Welcome to 7 News This Week. I'm Thevin Cassoon here to share with you some of the most impactful stories happening in your neighborhood. First, getting cash for your cans just got more difficult. And Bills Mafia making the trip to St. John Fisher this week to catch the first glimpse of their team in action. But first, the push for better broadband now taking the stage here in the Queen City. East Buffalo is getting faster internet as a new network moves in to offer different services. 7 News reporter Michael Schwartz learns from the community on why this new infrastructure is so essential.
Greenlight Networks is sliding into East Buffalo.
This might be a good thing for the city of Buffalo, at least the east side, since it's being offered to the east side.
LaSylvia Benning lives in East Buffalo and is a Spectrum customer.
I feel like everybody has had one particular service for so long.
But now Greenlight is changing that. The company plans to install fiber optic internet in 2,000 homes here in East Buffalo by the end of the year, with $2 million in new infrastructure. The company's founder, Mark Murphy, tells me crews are moving as quick as they can.
We had to do a lot of work to get the area just ready for us to be able to go in and serve it. And if you can imagine being a technician who's got to carry a ladder and every day knock on somebody's door, hope the gate is open, hope there's not a dog in the backyard. I mean, those are the things that really slow construction down over a period of time.
What is your message to residents of East Buffalo for the standard of excellence that they expect?
Well, I think the first comment would be they deserve better than what they've gotten, and they deserve a choice.
With them saying that, deserve better, of course, I definitely believe that.
Greenlight says a big difference between them and Spectrum is that Greenlight has the same upload and download speeds.
The upload speeds that you get through fiber are well beyond what you might get from a cable or telephone.
Spectrum says it has a variety of speeds across Buffalo and Western New York, calling it the most reliable speed with no modem fees and no data caps. Michael Schwartz, 7 News.
I'm Hannah Ferreira in Buffalo, where outdoor dining is here to stay. A new ordinance passed by the city is allowing restaurants to apply for these outdoor dining opportunities. Restaurant owners agree that eating outside has become a popular and often preferred way of dining.
The demand for outdoor dining in Buffalo has exploded, and I think it's done in the last generation.
With this in mind, the Buffalo Common Council passed the Sidewalk Cafe ordinance this week, giving restaurants the opportunity to extend dining space onto the sidewalks of public streets.
It's an opportunity for businesses to expand their footprint and their ability to create revenue in a spot where people want to be, and that's outside.
Restaurants must submit an application including a plot plan outlining the dining area's size and seating arrangement, among other requirements.
A lot of the restaurants are just thrilled to be able to do this and have it be a permanent thing instead of just a temporary measures during COVID.
And this permanent solution is going to create more opportunities for diners to enjoy the weather.
So this is such a great thing in Buffalo, especially during the summers when people want to sit outside and enjoy the sunshine.
And restaurant owners to start brainstorming.
I expect to see a lot of restaurants really go to the drawing board, get creative, come up with a solid plan, and present something to the city within the next couple of weeks.
And while some restaurant owners are all set in terms of their outdoor dining arrangements, Jay is urging owners who lack outdoor seating to start drawing up their outdoor blueprints.
I just only could encourage more other business owners to embrace it and do what they can to take advantage of this new ordinance and move outside. At least it's worth a try.
Hannah Ferreira, 7 News, Buffalo.
High fives all around because the Bills are back, spreading love and even tears of joy. That's Sophia, who is about to meet Josh Allen thanks to the help of her brother.
My sister loves you.
What was that like to give Josh Allen a hug?
I gave him a hug.
The 12-year-old said it's the best day of her life.
Because I love him so much.
This was our goal for today. Try to get something with Josh. He's been asking for 2 years now. So. Mission accomplished. Yes. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you so much.
We went around St. John Fisher meeting hundreds of Bills Mafia. Carter from West Seneca, who turned 7 this week, also hoped to meet Josh Allen using Reese's Pieces to help.
That was his favorite candy.
Can I get a Reese's Pieces? What's the most important thing you got to see today?
Diggs.
Diggs? Did you see Diggs?
Diggs.
Where's Diggs? Wait, I think he waved at you. Wait, I think he waved at you.
I wore 9 jerseys today.
Wait a minute. What did you do? Stephon Diggs superfan Gabriel Valentine from Dunkirk got there early with jerseys. Just put them over my arm. A lot of jerseys. We're still going.
Well, we came here at like 8.
We are just so dedicated. We will get here no matter what time just to get a glimpse, to be close. It just feels like you're with family, and there's no better way to get ready for season than to be here with other Bills Mafia people.
Yeah, we go hard.
Traveling from all over the state and country just to see their team, like Abigail Dietz.
I mean, I flew here from Atlanta.
For her, once a Bills fan, always a Bills fan, no matter what. How are you a Bills fan?
An ex-boyfriend, he's gone, but I was converted, and then I got way more into it than he ever was.
Michael Schwartz, 7 News, Pittsburgh.
For me, getting out and trying to help and make things better for people is how I deal with something like that.
Choose love, a message embraced in the wake of the May 14th tragedy to promote unity and respect in the face of racism and hate.
It did hit me really hard.
Last year, local artist Patty Thomas, aka The Ghost, was chosen to design a community mural with the Choose Love message front and center. That mural was unveiled on September 19th before a Bills home game on Monday Night Football.
What was in my mind when creating it is that we are all alike somehow, so let's start there. Let that be first base, and then, and then we can start talking about our differences. But we've already established this beautiful common ground where we can mutually respect each other.
The Choose Love message now continues on a new wine brand based on the original artwork. Thomas teaming up with local partners Michael Hibbard and Bob Castellani on the brand.
It was their idea to create the wine using that art and give back to the community.
So Choose Love wine was born. The first release includes a Chardonnay and a red blend, with a portion of the proceeds going to the Buffalo Urban League, specifically people in the community impacted by racial injustice.
I love the heart that they have for our community, and we share that. So I'm really comfortable giving, monies raised to that organization.
Thomas Buford, the president and CEO of the Buffalo Urban League, says the organization has a long relationship with Patty and the Thurman Thomas Family Foundation, and money raised from the wine will help to support their important work.
When we get these gracious donations, this gracious support from other organizations, community members, public, private, or philanthropic organizations, they help sustain the mission of the Buffalo Urban League. So we're always grateful.
So if you're looking for a way to give back to the community while enjoying a glass of wine, why not choose love?
Why would you not? Why would you not choose love? And it's right there in your face. You open the bottle of wine and it's telling you right there, choose love. So it's a great message, and it's a message for everyone.
Jeff Russo, 7 News.
One owner of a bottle and can return collection here in Hamburg was facing a major issue with payroll. He tells me that he was unable to pay his employees and that he hopes that with his story, it will bring more attention.
Circumstances and the vulnerabilities of not knowing when we're going to get paid.
Peter Baker is the partial owner of Can Bottle Return. He tells me the company that does payroll services for his business was the victim of a cyber attack, impacting companies around the world. In a press release put out on the 17th, Tomra said it discovered the attack a day earlier and was taking steps to mitigate the impact. 3 days later, the company provided an update saying it was investigating the nature of the attack and that its clients, customers, and partners are not at risk. But Baker tells me it's hurting his bottom line as well as his employees.
Therefore, we were missing payments for roughly 4 or 5 days, And though they paid us today, it's still not an accurate accounting of how much material we've sent them.
His business has 18 employees, but the impact isn't just felt by them.
Biggest thing we're worried about is keeping our employees feeling secure in their job and making sure that our customers have a place to come every day.
Derek Smith says 465 customers come here in a day to return and get some money. He also says they receive at least 124,000 units of recycled cans and bottles every day.
We see a lot of folks come in and out of here all day long that really depend on us. We like to take care of our employees as much as they take care of us every day.
And now the owner of this 11-year-old bottles and cans business hopes that those in power can double the 5 cents bottle bill.
And what'll happen is the bottle bill will go up to 10 cents, and people like us will actually be able to double our handling fee and get more money and less reliancy on cash per week.
Jocelyn Person, 7 News, Hamburg.
Farmers in western New York are all aiming for the same thing, a healthy harvest season. But sometimes pests can ruin weeks of hard work, so some farmers turn to neonicotinoid pesticides. These are marketed to be as non-toxic as possible to protect both crops and humans.
These treated seeds are often used as like an insurance policy. In case there is a pest infestation, they can combat it, below ground.
Both chambers of the New York State Legislature have now passed the Birds and Bees Protection Act. This is a first-of-its-kind act in the country that would ban all neonicotinoid pesticides, citing needs for environmental conservation.
If farmers don't have these treated seeds available for their use, then they're going to have to look elsewhere for proper pesticides. And typically that means older pesticides, potentially more toxic pesticides, and it will mean more spraying.
According to Texas A&M University, these particular insecticides are much more toxic to insects than they are to humans, due to the way that they attack their nervous systems. But one local farmer worries about the impact these chemicals could have on other insects, specifically bees, an essential pollinator.
The use of them have impacts on so many things in our environment. And I think if we're able to do this prevention of the use of pesticides on a larger scale with larger farms, we can make things better.
Aurora Shunk owns her own 1-acre farm in Sanborn, much smaller than a commercial farm, but feels she has found her own way to protect her crops pesticide-free.
We also create habitat around our growing areas that allow places for birds and beneficial insects to thrive. So if those birds and beneficial insects are in our area, they will come and they will actually eat the pests.
I reached out to the Environmental Protection Agency for their take on the future of these pesticides, but they said they do not comment on proposed legislation and that they have no information to share at this time. Steve Ammerman with the New York Farm Bureau said these pesticides were tested by the State Department of Environmental Conservation and were proven to be the safest option years ago.
I think it's just important to realize that DEC has a proper and rigorous pesticide review process. Look at these things accordingly and make proper decisions based on science.
The bill now heads to Governor Kathy Hochul. Derek Hyde, 7 News, Sanborn. Over the past few years, countless young members of the community needed some extra help to reach their success.
I was one of those youth that needed to be inspired. So there was a point where I really felt unseen and just overwhelmed, and I didn't know where to start or how to get started.
Lakima Ethnasheri was in that exact position. She dropped out of high school as a sophomore, taking her big dreams of heading to college early with her.
I didn't have anybody talking to me or supporting me. But before I knew, time flew past me. I went from 17 to 24 in a heartbeat. And I had kids and just had all of these responsibilities, but I didn't have a career and I didn't have the finances.
On Tuesday, Buffalo Futures Academy officially opened its doors. The platform was created to help 16 to 24-year-olds who found themselves in the same position as Lakima.
So more than likely, they've dropped out of high school, or after graduating high school, they've been disconnected from post-secondary education.
It's discouraging how I kind of dropped out in 10th grade with this mindset of, I'm going to get my GED and I'm going to college, but nobody told me but it's not that easy. And it's steps that you have to take to get there.
Several years later, Lakima is now a licensed personal trainer. She is also excited to see other young adults receive support she didn't have from the newly hired success coaches.
Buffalo has so many things to offer the youth, and we're here to connect them.
The program will be stationed at the SUNY Erie campus, but free to join for all people in the greater Buffalo area.
No, so you don't have to be a part of the college to take part.
Resources are available in person, virtually, and over the phone. You'll find a link with this story at WKBW.com. Derek Hyde, 7 News, Buffalo.
The answer was unanimous when I asked Sophia, Lana, and Anila their favorite subject in school.
Math.
They're attending the Girls Coding Project this week, introducing girls ages 8 to 18 to the STEM field and inspiring students like Anila to dream big.
I want to be a doctor because we can help people and tell people what's right and wrong about them and give them medicine to heal them.
The camp introduces girls to robotics, coding, and 3D printing, and they certainly haven't been afraid to learn something new.
They're extremely engaged, okay? They asked me questions. They wanted me to show their work to the other students in there.
Or look for their next challenge.
I just think it's fun because in each grade you move up from easy problems to harder problems.
Experts say that only 9% of girls ages 13 to 17 are interested in a STEM career, leading to women making up 28% of the STEM workforce. Some possible reasons that girls may begin to stray away from this career path include gender stereotypes, male-dominated culture, or fewer female role models. Luckily for Lana, this is not the case.
My mom, when I lived in New York City, she was a math teacher for a while. So I really like math.
The Seneca One building behind me serves as an inspiration for these young girls, showing them what a potential workplace could look like if they decide to pursue a career in STEM.
Just giving them something to look forward to, so if they're thinking that coding is being stuck in a drafty room all day, but they get to come and walk around and see that coders have nice views and comfy chairs and good lunch and all that good stuff.
And Nina says this girl power can be felt immediately when you walk into a room.
They're so excited and they're also so genius. So once we give them this little bit of information, they run away with it truly, and that's the best part.
Hannah Ferreira, 7 News, Buffalo.
You spend a lot of time on two wheels.
I won Pikes Peak when I was 51 years old. I did the Baja with some friends in Texas.
And at age 24, Randy Heidman even survived an Evel Knievel type crash.
I broke my back and had a clinical death up in Canada.
The racing enthusiast decided to move up to four wheels.
Did a lot of stuff with motorcycles, and I'm old. And with age comes a roll cage, so that's why we're doing this.
For the past few years, Randy's been working on his race car.
Well, I built this car with my own two hands from the bottom up.
This week, he's putting the finishing touches on a hot rod he hopes will go so fast it needs a parachute.
It has to have a parachute for the class.
No brakes?
It's supposed to have brakes. That's what we're working on.
The engine for this mean machine was built in 1953 and came from a farm.
It came out of a farmer's field. It actually pumped water, irrigation.
The plan is to take this car to Utah, to the Bonneville Salt Flats, to see how fast it will go. Randy and his race team will be headed out to the Bonneville Salt Flats on Saturday and hope to be racing by the following Saturday. They hope it'll make it up to 200 miles an hour.
and I just want to take it out there and see how fast it'll go. And really, that's it. I'm not out to set any records.
The car isn't really built for comfort or for quick boarding or unboarding.
You have to get out in a reasonable amount of time. But the steering wheel does come off, so that'll help.
He spent an estimated 50 to 60 grand on the car, but if he does well on the salt flats, Randy says it will all be worth it.
If you reach 200 miles an hour, you get a red hat.
And after Utah, you may see Randy Heidman and his car out and about. He plans to take this impressive set of wheels out on the highway.
I'll change out the tires and change out some things, but it'll be a street legal car.
Mike Randall, 7 News, Medina.
If you've ever gone to a Buffalo Bisons game, you've probably seen this guy sitting behind home plate. His name is Mark Eichinger, and he seems like he's just cheering, but if you listen very closely, he's actually mocking the opposing team.
In case you missed it, that is Mark signaling to the other team, "You stink."
He'll yell, "Hey, you stink." That's his trademark.
Players can't get enough of the energy coming from Section 102.
I love that because from where I'm from, like, people is like that, like it's always happy and trying to let them know like they're here.
The 59-year-old has been a season ticket holder since the ballpark opened in 1988, following the same routine to a T for more than 30 years. However, behind the heckling and the soft smile, you'll notice there's another layer to Mark. He actually has to put a little extra effort to cheer on his team because he's legally blind and mentally and physically handicapped.
He likes the radio more than anything else. He'll listen to games. We'll put him on the TV too, but it's hard for him to see a little bit. You'll see he has binoculars that he'll watch even our games with.
Now the organization is honoring him with his very own bobblehead. Mark is the first fan in Bison's history to earn his own bobblehead, the one designed with his signature move, proving just how special he is to the Bison's organization and its fans.
No one has the iconic image of Bison baseball like Mark.
A living icon within the walls of Salem Field, who's no different than anyone else. In fact, he's a king.
Got his own bobblehead. Now make sure to practice the Mark signature. Left arm up, right finger pointing directly into the armpit. Now the You Stink bobblehead will be given away to the first 2,000 fans to enter Salem Field September 2nd when the Bisons host Indianapolis. Reporting from the studio, Brianna Aldridge, 7 Sports.
And that's it for 7 News this week. Remember, you can find us on your favorite streaming device as well as our WKBW app. Until next time, have a great weekend.